Thank you. The 10th frame. Anthony McGill to break.
Anthony McGill then gets the second session underway. Second and final session. First to 10, remember, in these first round matches. And with a deficit of 3 frames, he's got it all to do against a man in form at the moment, Ryan Day.
Can I ask you
to Dennis last night, Stephen, and he said that it could quite easily have been 5-4 the other way. A couple of frames that Ryan pinched, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I think you say when you've got 2 top players in a match, it's the frames that you win that you shouldn't have come the end of the match. So those are ones that count. Long way away from that attempt. Yeah, Ryan Day's got a nice lead. It's a 6-3 lead. It's a lead that sort of keeps you on your toes. It's not like a 7-2 or an 8-1 where sometimes you can relax a bit too much. 6-3 is very much still game on. Nice pot, touch the right hand side, check side to avoid the cue ball going into the bunch. Watch, the natural angle was going to go into the reds. Just a little bit of check side. Kept it clear. Excellent shot.
Yeah, the big problem he's got with regards to scoring heavily is the pink and black are out of commission at the moment. Well, he's on this open red, but he's going to have to force the cue ball back up for the blue or bought colour.
Seven.
And now he'll have to play for the red near the baulk cushion. Wrong angle on the blue to come down this end of the table. Perfect angle on the blue. Now he'll play the cannon. And just didn't hit the pink full in the face. That's why the cue ball ran loose. But he's still just about on a red. Yeah, when you play the shot, you've got to hit
18.
the pink full in the face. That keeps the cue ball in the middle, and of course the pink then would have opened more reds. Well, he's got a red on, he's just looking to see if there's a possible plant. Not certain about that. Obviously if the plant's on and dead set, then you'd rather play that than a quarter ball. Is it not rubbing off the other red? I won't be certain.
Sometimes the more you look at plants like this, you end up convincing yourself that it goes when it doesn't. Normally your first look is the right one.
Well, Well, I think in the end he was so undecided.
Ryan Day,
Well, it'd be interesting to
18.
see what Anthony thinks of this. I'll tell you what, if he gets it, Ryan will be kicking himself. But I know what you're saying about this lead. Anthony will have come out and he'll be thinking, if I can win 3 of the first 4 frames, win this first mini session, 3-1, and only 1 behind going into the mid-session interval, he's going to play the plant. Yep, and it went. So Ryan, well, he had the chance, but he wasn't too sure about it. He had an alternative, Anthony didn't. Got it with no problem.
Oh dear. Oh dear. That's a very bad miss.
Anthony McGill 1.
Didn't even seem to get close. A mile away. That's very bad cueing.
Yeah, that's one of those that you miss is a real shock to your system.
1.
He's now sitting down and thinking, how did I miss it by that far? How did I miss it?
Yeah, you're not going to come back from 6-3 down, missing shots like that. All it's going to do is give Ryan Day even more confidence. Still an awkward table. Has he run far enough for this
6.
red?
Yeah, I was looking at his body language. He seems happy enough. Oh, he's just about on it, is he? Oh, well. It's tight, isn't it?
He's got another decision now.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder if he's got the angle just to follow through and just nudge that red away from the black. He can play at a slow pace, just leave that red to the left corner. It's hard to see what kind of angle he's got in the green. But certainly, if he could put the black into the open, it would make winning this frame a lot easier. Well, he can certainly make the cannon, but whether he's cannon the black, because that would tie the black up even more. He would only play that shot if he could kiss the red.
10.
This isn't easy to get on a colour. Is he going to try and cannon the black? Or screw through the gap? Strange shot he played in the green there.
11.
To hit that by a long way.
16.
This will take some potting. Oh, but right in the heart of the pocket. Good shot. And looks to be running to be perfect on the blue.
17.
Screw the cue ball off 2 cushions here for red to the right corner. Has he hit it hard enough? Nope. Don't know whether the table's playing a bit sluggish today, but
22.
he's underhit a few positional shots, Ryan Day, already. I've had no play this morning. He's missed that red. He never had the cue ball in control there.
Ryan Day 22.
Maybe disturbed by something in the audience.
It was one of those playing it into a blind pocket because he was running into other reds. You just take your eye off the pot slightly. 39-point lead. The way the reds are, With the pink and black tied up, it's a decent lead at the moment. I say at the moment because obviously Anthony will endeavour to try and bring the pink and black into play, bring some reds into play with safety shots. And that's hit very badly. That's so thick. And as I say, he's still got the problem, Anthony. The high value colours that he'd like in the open are not available. That was a poor shot, that from Ryan. He'd be disappointed.
One.
Not the best guess.
Six.
Don't think he can hold for blue. No, he can hold for blue. So,
Seven.
play the cannon here. He's got choices here. Do you go into the red and black, or do you go into the, the three reds on the cushion? The red and black, if you flick to right-hand side of the red, as we look at it, he might bring more reds into play. Depends how hard he hits this. Let's put it at pace. That's unlucky. That's very unlucky. I think he actually did play to just catch that red thin that's next to the black.
12.
Yeah, it was a good effort, as you say, Stephen. A little unlucky, but the reds have now been opened up. He needs a good safety. Imperative that he either... Well, he's looking at the red just left of the pink. He's got to cover that one, because that's the potable one, so to speak.
Anthony McGill, 12.
Good length with the cue ball. It looks as though he's covered the path to that potable red. Certainly has. So he's got to be careful here, Ryan. Last couple of safety shots have been very average. That's a better one though. But he has left this red on.
And I think in potting this red, it's a natural angle. The cue ball's going to get through the gap. It's going to come back at the table. And he could play it positively, try and open the black up, but I think he'll just be making sure the pot. Not that much too thick. Playing it with a tracer right hand side, he's pushed the cue ball into the object ball.
Yeah, not the start that Anthony was looking for. This red cuts. He played it well, needs to miss the green. Well, he just flicked the green. But even that's taken the cue ball a little bit closer to the cushion than he would like.
I'm surprised he's not looked at the black, but he may keeper thinks this is the easier pot. He's done pretty well.
Five.
And now
6.
the frame at his mercy. This black to go 40 points in front with just 51 remaining. So another red and a black, and it'll be 2 snookers required for Anthony McGill. And as I say, not the start he was looking
13.
for. He needed to be quick out of the blocks here.
14.
Mr. Simple green off the spot.
$21. 22. $29. 30.
So a pretty solid start for Ryan Day. Put a couple of nice long pots. Okay, he's not had the cue ball on an absolute string, but
37.
he's not been put under any pressure in this frame, really.
13.
He'll be very happy to win this first frame. Extends his lead.
Good pot on the green. It's solid material, but if you keep potting, it builds up your confidence.
46. 51.
Playing the cuts on the pink, but
Ryan Day.
it's not there, but the frame was over long before that. Anthony McGill needs to book his ideas up. He's now dropped 4 frames behind.
Ryan Day to break.
So Ryan Day gets frame 11 underway, and that's a good break-off shot. I don't know, a lot of the players are practicing these break-off shots, but it used to be that obligatory half-ball pot they used to leave, but I've not been seeing it so much, so maybe eventually they have worked out how to play the break-off and not leave a pot on. I remember hearing about Ryan Day many years ago when he was a youth, and everybody was saying what a great future he was going to have in the game. That's much too thin. But like a lot of players, Stephen, he sort of stalled, didn't he? His career stalled, but it just shows you get a few victories as he's done this year. And those 3 qualifying matches, he's brimming with confidence.
This is a test of cueing here. Maybe disappointed with that one, but yeah, he was, you know, talked about a lot in the beginning. Then he dropped down the rankings a bit, and he still had to qualify this year. That won't be the case next year, I don't think. He's won 3 times, but there's so many tournaments now that you can. You lose one, there's always another one around the corner, and there's plenty to get your confidence together.
Yeah, when there wasn't so many tournaments, you lost one, it was like the end of the world. But now you can't sit around and mope, because Stephen said there's another tournament around the corner. And I think it has helped people like Ryan Day.
Yeah, I remember when after the World Championship, we didn't play again till almost September.
Yeah.
Now I think they're back playing possibly end of May, early June. Needs to score here, Anthony McGill, to get his World Championship back on track.
6.
Has he found a gap?
Yeah, he can just get through to that, it appears. The only thing is, there's a little bit of to do with the cue ball. I don't know whether it's worth playing a little half-ball cannon on the black and trying to develop the black. Well, as it happens, he could get into it.
7.
Well, he's put his hand up and apologised.
I think because it landed on that red, I think he's apologised, but just get on with the match, Anthony. You're 7-3 down. That's not a good shot. That's very tentative.
14.
Yeah, and that's probably, well, he probably wanted to join the two reds, but Stephen said very tentative. Should have played that with a lot more pace to push the cue ball through. Looks like he might be taking this red on, though. Just wide.
Anthony McGill, 14.
But played it in such a way that the only red he could leave was the one he was playing, but you just feel a little bit disappointed with a good opportunity. Didn't get more. Well, he went all out for that. And playing it with a trace of side as he did. Well, I thought he'd left something here to this corner, but as you can see, it hasn't. This red does cut, but when it's a thin cut, you're not certain where the cue ball's going to finish. You'd be hoping he could miss the brown and maybe get on the black. He's kissed the brown, he's kissed the blue. Perfect on the
1.
pink. Didn't see that one.
You just seen a little nod there from Anthony McGill, like a come on. You know, let's get on with this. Trying to G himself up. Oh, you've been lucky again. I tell you what, you don't normally get the run of the ball when you're 7-3 down, but he's had a series of little shots. The last time he was at the table, finding the gap. Last 2 shots, little cannons to land on balls.
Eight.
Well, I assume he couldn't avoid the kiss on the second red there. It's not the best positional shot. I mean, the potting angle on his black is taking him right away from the business end. Oh, well, that was a better shot than it looked. He cued that nicely.
15.
I always tell when someone cues the ball nicely, you get more run on the cue ball. You know, you don't get a sort of dead white. He really played that wonderful. And that.
16.
So maybe just signs that he's got his cue arm going and he's finding the middle of the cue ball. Played that one quite nicely.
22.
Should be able to hold for the blue here, or maybe the pink. I mean, you'd love to be on the pink and then play the run through and move reds. What's
Well, I can't believe the table rolled
Anthony
off.
McGill,
That's incredible.
22.
That's incredible.
Well, I looked away. I thought the red was in.
It was. This is a shocker for the table. Look at this.
Well, would you believe it? But as I've always said, when you're playing it slow like that, it can run over a finger mark, a little bit of chalk that's been on the table. I'm sure the table fitters will be called in at the mid-session interval. That's not what Anthony needed.
Seven.
Played this, was stunned. Normally, possibly the angle he had in the pink, he had to play a little bit of stun on the cue ball, but normally that's the sort of shot you play with a lot of topspin. So once the cue ball hits the bunch of reds, it carries on, the momentum carries on through the reds.
Ryan Day, 7.
Well, could have a bit of a stalemate here for
Quietly
a while with that red
plays.
being over the left corner. Because nobody's going to risk, unless there's a touch and ball. Obviously that yellow and brown's a target to get in behind, but unless you've got a touch and ball, many people are going to risk it. Anthony McGill certainly doesn't want a re-rack. He's 29 points in front. Ryan Day's actually playing a deliberate miscue here.
You're not penalised for an air shot, which you seem to play the first time around. Clever shot, though. Surely it's touching something this time, isn't it? Obviously not. If it was, the referee would have declared touching ball. Anthony's just thinking he can run off this red and just got to be wary with this. You might see the silly thing do, he doesn't run in off in the middle. No, he might be able to relieve the situation here. Ryan just having a look at this. Might be thinking there's a possibility of knocking the red near the corner pocket in, but the main thing, he wants to move it away, and he can get up behind the yellow and brown. Oh, well, he got rid of one and the other one stayed there, but has he got a good cue ball? Not quite. There you see it. Anthony can get through to the red over the corner. Now, how do you like playing this slow? Because that's the only real guarantee of position. He's got to roll this in. Trust the table. Let him down before.
1.
Well, he probably felt it run off a little bit, but this time, no disadvantage because he's finished on the blue. Yeah, played that well. And already with a 35-point lead. He'll be disappointed if he doesn't win the frame now at this visit.
Seven.
Well, I'd be very wary of this pink to the middle here. Yeah, he didn't trickle it that time. He used a bit more pace. He's had a glance at the scoreboard. He's looking for 3 more of these reds to get over the winning line. Well, just thinking again, maybe 2. 2 reds, 2 pinks would be enough.
21.
This pink will put in 56 points in front. And if he gets another red and a pink, that'll get him to the snooker's required stage. Oh, and another one. But this time,
Anthony McGill,
he was
21.
walking. He thought he'd knocked it in. Once again, a straight shot, just hitting across the ball.
That's one of them. You've played the shot, and you're about to play your next shot, and you can't believe you've missed the shot.
1.
You think, well, obviously I've potted that.
Opportunity here now to try and develop the red to the left of the black. Oh, he didn't hit that well. He did not hit that well at all.
8.
Now, if neither of the 2 reds above the black go to left middle, it's worth taking this on to the green pocket. Stun the cue ball across for the black to the left corner. Good shot. Okay, difficult. Awkward cue, I should say. Doesn't want to be dead straight on this red. May have to screw back for the blue.
16.
Yeah, for once he needed that cue ball tight to the side cushion. I agree with you, Stephen. I don't think he'd be playing for the black here. If he goes back for the blue, he can get the cue ball away from the cushion.
Thank you.
Strange though at the
17.
moment. You mentioned it earlier, don't you, where the table's a bit sluggish because Ryan Day is renowned for his cue power and he seems to hit that so hard and got nothing out of the white.
Yep, he normally gets a lot of action on the cue ball, Ryan Day. His problem now is getting up and down the table.
Well, that was a very good pot.
22.
It was a good effort, but now he's wishing he'd just rolled the blue in and maybe left himself the longish red, because this is tricky. And it's not safe. Oh, but he's had a, well, I thought he'd had a bit of a result there, the red
Ryan Day 22.
nestling up to the black, but no, he's left a chance for Anthony. Anthony looking for red colour red to win this frame. Nicely in. Not on the blue. The yellow's the easiest pot. But he'll need good cueing. The red's only available into the left corner. And that's never going to get there. Just seem to be playing heavy.
3.
I don't know why, although it's never stopped raining on and off last few days here in Sheffield. There was no play this morning. Maybe the doors were just open. And a little bit of dampness in the air. Played this well.
Anthony McGill 3.
But we do have the table heaters on, so they're not supposed to change with the temperature outside. Swerving it, trying to hit it direct. Not quite like that, though. Well, he could have left something easier. 31 points the lead. Still 35 remaining. Well, one's all out for that red. Knew it was frame ball if it went in, but he's not left it. But Ryan, just have a look at the scoreboard. If he pots the red, needs at least a brown to be able to win the frame at this visit. Yellow's no good to him.
1.
He's just about on the brown. But he's got to get it. If he misses it, he'll need a snooker. And he's missed it.
Ryan Day 1.
Well, would you believe it? He was given half a chance there and didn't take it.
Yeah, Ryan had a long, hard look at the pocket as well, but I think the pace he played the brown at, I'd be very surprised if it rolled off. It's not been a vintage frame of snooker, you have to say, but it's a very important one nonetheless for Anthony McGill.
Well, I didn't think that was going in, but a bit harder it probably wouldn't have done, and I don't think Ryan Day will bother coming back to the table now, no matter what position this ball's in. He had a chance
Anthony
to
McGill,
steal,
5
but
and a 3.
couldn't do it, but he noted concession. Anthony McGill going out of the arena. He's got 1 frame on the board, 2 more to play the atmosphere in the Crucible Theatre.
Frame 12. Anthony McGill to break.
A lot of noise from the other side of the wall, but that's what the players have to get used to, so didn't stop Anthony McGill staying down and playing the break-off shot.
Oh, excellent pot. It's the 3rd frame in a row that the black's been tied up straight away. You know, early in the frame. It's never a good sign for a good open frame, or maybe someone winning it in 1 visit and with a big break. But that long pot will make Ryan Day feel a lot better after the mistakes he made in the last frame. Possibly go into the bunch here if there's yellow. If for no other reason to try and get the pink into the open, but I think he's been unlucky.
3.
Yeah, he didn't hold back on that one. There's a couple of loose reds he could have played for, but as Stephen said, he was trying to get one of the high-value colours into play, which he has done, well, in a fashion, but not on a red.
Ryan Day 3.
Another
1.
good long pot from Ryan Day. His long pot has been pretty good this afternoon. Okay, his positional play might have gone awry a few times. Again, as I said earlier, the black's tied up, the pink's out of commission. So it's another frame where you're going to have to scrap for your
6.
points. And if the table is playing sluggish, it makes going back for the blue and being the right side of the blue every time even more difficult. And he caught hold of that one nicely. That was beautifully struck. Too well
7.
almost.
Yeah, a little bit thin on the blue, but I have to play a good shot on the yellow. I was thinking maybe pot the blue and try and bring the black into play, but he's playing the yellow.
9.
And now he's got a toughest shot. Always difficult, these. I think you're always better when you play these. Go for a baulk colour. Don't try and hold for the blue.
10.
Played it well. You try and hold for the blue and you sort of decelerate, and they're easily missed. That's nicely played.
14.
Choice of reds here. Decided to play this one. Always need the right side of the blue though when the pink and black aren't available.
15.
Judged that nicely. It's always a funny situation, this, really, Stephen, isn't it? That you feel it's going to be very difficult to win the frame. We're just playing for the blue. You think, well, is it worth taking a risk trying to off a shot like that, trying to bring the black into play or move a red or two? Or do you just concentrate on building up a sizable
20.
lead?
I think if you find yourself in the ideal angle, you have to try and go into, there's a nice target there, the 2 reds above the black, to go in through that gap. Let's see what kind of angle it is here. This is
21.
a good angle now in the blue to go into those 2 reds above the black. I think he has to play it. I think he will play it. Well, shake of the head, but maybe he feels he's just gone an inch or two too far, but I think it's the shot. It's just becoming more and more difficult to get right side of a colour.
25.
No.
26.
Has he got enough angle this time? I think he's got the power to force. It's not as if he has to go into these reds. The 3 reds are in the black at pace. He just wants to open the black up.
Perfect angle on the blue.
Oh, that surprises me. He's not even looking at it. It really does surprise me. And he'd be very unlucky not to be in a red. That's very surprising. I mean, maybe he's going to play for the pink here, in this red in the middle.
31.
Well, I think the way he's finished on the red to the middle, pink's not the only real option. I don't think potting this red in the middle, he can get the right side of the blue.
$32.
Just bounced off the cushion a fraction more than he would like. He doesn't have to do much with the cue ball though. Play for the red next to the pink into the left centre. He didn't want to be at full stretch like this. But that certainly helps his cause now.
38. $39.
I think the red just above and to the left of the black will pot. Well, now he goes into them.
No, it's just
45.
It's been poor break building for me, this visit to the table. That was not the time. I mean, how easy was it to go into them from the blue 2 or 3 shots ago? That there was a much... Okay, he's unlucky not to be in the red, but that was a much tougher shot to get a result. It's hard to criticise someone who made a 1-4-1 and a 1-4-5 last night, John, but I think he's gone about this the wrong way.
Yeah, I think he was just more concerned in building up a lead, but maybe should have thought a little bit more positive and thought about winning the frame.
Round day 45.
But he's took the red to the side cushion, which I'm sure won't be there for long. Anthony McGill comes to the table, 48 points behind. Still a possible 75 remaining. And with the colours now all in the open, if he could win this tactical exchange and get the next opportunity, we could have a new favourite for the frame.
One.
Well, what a tremendous pot that was. And now, a great chance for the counter-attack.
Brave shot as well. That red could easily have stayed over the hole, playing at that pace. But he's followed a fabulous shot with a horrendous one. Head to the skies.
6.
You could give him another 50 shots at that blue that he just potted, and he wouldn't finish there.
Anthony McGill 6.
Well, the opening red, it was one of those where we usually in commentary say, well, that's worthy of winning any frame. So only get 6 points from that opening. No wonder he's shaking his head. Caught that much too thick. Needs a bit of help from the green here. And he's got it. Poor safety. And of course, if he had left the red, then Ryan Day would have probably won this frame. But now, Ryan doesn't know what to do. Personally, I think he's going to have to come off the top cushion and kick this red up the table. I mean, unless he can get past the green and just catch it, but if it's port cushion, trying to hit it as full as he can. Oh, and miss. Well, for a player of this class to hit the red quarter ball when he was playing to hit it full in the face is unforgivable, really. No way he should have been leaving Anthony any type of chance, particularly on these reds at this end of the table.
Yeah, it's a bit of chalk, isn't it?
And this is the shot. I mean, there's plenty of room off the top cushion to hit it. As I say, quarter ball as he did. That wasn't good. Taking this on, he'll cannon the red just above the one he's playing the pot on. Should finish on the black, should it go in? He does. So this is another opportunity for Anthony. Okay, you can say when Anthony played the poor safety shot, he was lucky to cover the red with the green, but
8.
the escape from the snooker from Ryan Day was the cause of the problem.
9.
Pots the black and goes 26 points behind. And with the ball situated as they are, he'd be very disappointed if he didn't take this opportunity.
16. $17.
This may be the key shot. The other red in the other half of the table, in the middle of the table, shouldn't be too difficult to get on. And he's good position on the one closest to him now.
Yeah, I was going to say you'd like to play for the blue off this red. That would make getting on the final
24.
red straightforward. Nothing to do with the cue ball. I think it goes past the green. I don't think it goes past the yellow.
$25.
Well, if it doesn't go past the yellow or the green, then he's going to have to play for it into one of the middle pockets. Well, he's looking, maybe it goes past the green. No, he's played for it in the middle, but missed the blue. Oh, and what's the
Anthony McGill,
result?
25.
Boy, oh boy. Well, we usually say, Stephen, when you're playing catch-up, you need a bit of help from your opponent, but a good run of the ball is not too bad. Dear me. What a result that was.
Yeah, another pot that he didn't really get close to. Again, he's not hitting it, he's getting it safe. He's looking to square the angle off this cushion. That's a risky shot.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of room if he comes off the ball cushion between the yellow and brown. Hit this hard, it could square off and maybe come back and hit the blue.
Foul and a miss.
Just like that.
Anthony McGill, 5. And a 3 ball.
What a turnaround, but what a run of the ball Anthony McGill had there. I mean, he can't play a direct snook. If he nominates black as a free ball, he cannot just roll it behind the black. And the reason for that, once he nominates black, in effect it becomes a red. So you couldn't snooker behind a red when the red's on.
Yes, please, Paul.
I was having them put back. I'm not quite certain I would have had them put back myself.
Pardon?
Blues are a bit further away from the cushion.
Is it? I can't see it on the monitor, in fairness. Okay.
Paul Collier
Yeah.
issuing the instructions.
How's this?
Now, this is where they were and where they are now. Looks pretty good to me.
Fine. Anthony.
Oh, well. It doesn't take long, does it, for the run of the balls to turn. Amazing. got to get this safe. It's going towards the middle. Is the pink going to come to his rescue? Well, tap on the table from both players. I don't know.
There's a lot of tapping going on.
There's a lot of tapping. It's like a plumber's merchant.
It's very polite, isn't it? All this saying sorry all the time, John.
I know. I never used to do it in my day, and I know you didn't do it in your day. He's left this. So Anthony McGill now gets another chance. "12 points behind. Red colour, and then he's going to need up to and including the pink. So the blue could be a problem.
One. Three. Five.
Now brown to blue is going to be the big shot. Kind of get nicely in the blue to make it easy, just to come down for the pink. I think, yeah, he's looking there just to leave a 3/4 ball pot and screw the cue ball across the table for the pink to the left corner. And that's not where he wanted the white, but it's okay. But with the rest, it's missable. Needs to cue it nicely. It's so easy to get into the cue ball too much and the cue ball to go near that left middle pocket. Leave himself an awkward pink.
Points whole square. Well, used all the pocket, but it went in. And this pink
17.
to close the gap to 2 frames. In goes the pink. He had a few huge slices of good luck in that frame, did Anthony McGill. But when you get the run, take it. Now
Ryan
this.
Day to break.
Ryan Day had a nice cushion of 3 frames. And having started with that cushion of 3 frames, he'd be very disappointed, Ryan Day, if he goes to the mid-session interval after this one, just 1 frame in front.
Now Anthony McGill's come down the table to look. There's a gap between the red and black and the bunch of reds. He's going to try and stun the cue ball through that gap to leave the black to the same pocket. Well, he's played the gap. He's played the cue ball further up the table. Okay, it's still a brilliant shot. Find that gap, steer the cue ball. Obviously, he didn't want to put all his eggs in one basket and risk leaving the cue ball down this end. But that will certainly give him confidence, that long pot. Another aggressive shot. Missed the main bunch, really.
Well, personally, I think he could have just waited a shot or two and maybe just cleared that red away from the black. But he may have had a result here, you know. If he can pot this red to the right middle, then he'd naturally be on the pink. Lucky to have this as second prize. No, but he's missed the red.
Anthony McGill, 6.
Now I assume Anthony played it that the only red he could leave was the one he was playing, but can Ryan just get past the pink to pot the red just to the left of it? Must be tight. Well, he's looking away from the shot now, so maybe he just can't get past the pink to... He can certainly hit the red, but can he hit it thick enough? Well, he's having another look. Right in the heart of the pocket.
1.
So that was a little bit careless from Anthony. If he was going to play that red to the middle, he should have just maybe screwed the cue ball back a little bit so he wasn't leaving that red next to the pink. This was the red. As I say, I'm certain he played it thinking the only red he could leave was that red he played and missed.
Six.
There's a red just at the bottom of the cluster he can pot, and in potting it will bring other reds into play. He's got to keep control of the cue ball to stay on the blue. And that's
7.
worked out perfectly. Okay, you may say he's wrong side of the blue, but there's a red on the other side of the middle pocket that's available. Very good chance this now to steady
12.
the ship, so to speak.
$13.
Yeah, he won't be in a hurry, I don't think, to pot the pink either. It's obviously available, but I don't know where it's going to be. It's going to go when he pots it. I think the spot's blocked up, or even if it's not, the pink's not going to be available.
$16.
I'd like to pot this red and get on the blue and possibly play for one of the reds that's near this black cushion. Start getting those away. Work on clearing a path for the black.
17.
Opportunity to possibly go into the two reds that are near the pink spot. If he can, is the right hand side of those as we look at it. You can't see it going wrong.
$22.
Looks like he'll have to go back up for the blue. It's all important you get the right angle. An effort to make certain he
23.
did that. Has overscrewed it somewhat. So just at a vital time of this visit, the cue ball is running loose.
Played that very well.
26.
That was a very good bit of cueing. He just looked at that shot. He's got to watch that middle pocket if he's screwing back for the blue from the ready, lined up to start with.
Yeah, got to be careful with the in off here, as Stephen said. Well, he's stunned it up the
27.
table. The only problem is when you stun up the table, you take a little bit of pace out of the cue ball. So he looks as though he's back in prime position. But he's not now.
He's playing some good shots here, good recovery shots, but it's quite
32.
similar to the break in the previous frame. He's had chances to open up the game and make it a bit easier. But it just seems to keep wanting to score points.
$33.
No shake of the head. Let that cue ball drift a couple of inches. I think he can still hold for one of these two reds to the right corner. Needs to really nip the cue ball here. Yeah, nicely played. You can decelerate on those. Let's see where the pink's going to go.
Well, it's going to be available, that's for sure. It's not on its own spot. It has to go as close as it can in the direct line with the middle of the top cushion. Not touching, but because it's at a slight angle of the red, it's definitely going to be available to the left corner. Maybe the red just above it will be available as well.
39.
Because as I say, the pink can't be touching the red. The reason I say that, I don't know whether he can pot this red to the right corner and play for the pink.
Please make sure all your mobile phones are at least silent or switched off. The best.
Just a little bit straight. He might be able to wind the angle with a stun.
40.
Well, to let the cue ball run through there was not the best shot to play. Still on the pink, but going away from the business end of the table.
It's been hard work, this break of 46 so far.
46.
40 points to lead. Still 75 remaining.
$47.
And that's end of break. Only one shot to play here, and that's pushed the brown to the side cushion. As I always say, as long as you don't miss the ball on, if you play a bad positional shot, you always get to play the next one. And he's played a good safety there. And of course, Anthony's got to be very careful, because you feel if Ryan can get one more opportunity, that will be end of frame. And they'll go into the mid-session interval as they were. Ryan Day still with a 3-frame advantage. That's a very good safety shot for Anthony. That's excellent. Had to catch that red just right. Okay. The red to the left of the pink may cut to the right corner, but that's as good as he could have got it. And it wasn't good enough. And that's the thing about snooker. You can play a very good shot.
1.
But it doesn't mean to say that your opponent can't pull a good pot out, as Ryan has done here. And that's a very good roll up to the green. So all kinds of trouble now for Anthony. How does he get this safe? Something like that will get it safe. Nicely played. Well, I didn't realise that red went into the middle, and considering if he'd have knocked that in, that'd have won in the frame. That was a decent chance.
Big shot. Front to McGill.
Yeah, went all out for that full-bloodedly. But it ran safe. It was a good run of the ball at the end of the last frame that just swung at it in his favour. And this looks good, although it needs to run just a fraction more, but it's good enough. No pot left on. Where's the red going? Oh, it looks like a nice run the ball for Ryan there. This red was cuttable, but the pink's got in the way, as you can clearly see. Now then, he's just looking to see if he plays this red that's in the middle of the table and plays it over towards the black. I'm just having a look. Does he think it may go in off the red? Doesn't look like it to me.
Yeah, red. The red is going to play that onto the cushion. You know, for the red.
Although, funny enough, when I look from behind the pocket there, it looks as though it could go in off the red, but looking down on the table, it looks like the red's a bit too far away.
It's almost as if it needs to hit black and red to
Yeah,
go in.
Absolutely.
Cushion first.
We'll soon know.
What a shot. What a shot. Okay, he didn't need the red, but that was a great shot he got out there.
Absolutely. And what it could do now is give him control of this safety exchange. That's exactly how he played it. And as Stephen said, if it just hit the black a bit thinner, it'd have gone in off the red.
This is like when I used to have my small table at home when I first started. You know, you're up against the wall. You had no room.
I know, I don't think people realise how cramped it is. I mean, I saw a player the other day on this table had to move a bottle of water so he could cue.
Well, Anthony's moved everything from his table.
Well, that does surprise me. Well, I don't know.
Anthony McGill.
Sometimes you play shots, it depends how you feel. Depends how you feel, and probably thought after getting that and he had a good angle on the yellow, why not? I won't criticise him for that, as I say, because sometimes you fancy shots that, from our position, you think, well, why don't you just tie him up with a snooker.
1.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day it was the right shot. It had a lovely angle and a natural angle. He didn't have to force it.
Bottom line, he shouldn't have missed it.
But to be fair, both players have missed their fair share in these first 4 frames.
And there you see it, 44 ahead, 43 remaining.
3.
Snooker required, and if he pots this red, no way back, you wouldn't have thought for Anthony McGill. And it's there. So it's looking as though it's as you were going into the mid-session interval. The session started with Ryan. Well, he could snooker himself here. That's a bit careless. Very careless.
9.
Ryan looks like he can play a gentle swerve. Bit of left-hand side. Well, he can clearly hit the red, so no problem. So 50
Brandon,
points to
9.
lead,
And a
35 remaining. That's enough for Anthony McGill. So Ryan Day started with a 3-frame advantage. He's still got it, but this time it's 8-5 and he's only 2 away from...
Faculty 14th frame. Anthony McGill to break.
So Anthony McGill breaks off, and he'd like to start making some breaks, I think. It's okay, you know, scrapping these frames out, but I think if he's going to put any real pressure on his opponent, he's going to have to start scoring heavily. I don't think he's going to win this match. Certainly the pattern of the first 4 frames, because when frames go as scrappily as that, players tend to just share them. Tough pot, especially with the amount of left-hand side he had on that Ryan Day to avoid the cue ball going into the bunch.
Yeah, just picking up the point you were saying. I don't think you can make a comeback, particularly when you're this far behind and your opponent only needs 2 frames with dribs and drabs. You've got to start winning frames in 1 visit. And he'd be disappointed to have shared the first 4 frames of this session. And there's another half chance that he's missed, and he's left the red in the balk end. And considering he had a good run of the ball, did Anthony, he didn't make the most of his opportunities. He's running out of time.
It's not just Anthony that's missing pots. Although Ryan Day, it's his turn to get a bit of good fortune. But as far as Anthony McGill's concerned, as long as he can keep Ryan Day at needing 2 frames, then he'll feel there's hope. If Ryan Day were to win this frame, go 9-5, you would think that hope will have disappeared.
1.
I think he can play blue to left corner. It's a big pocket, but the only problem is he doesn't really want to move that red. He wants the blue to go in the pocket cleanly.
Just stretching slightly. And it has gone in cleanly. Well played. Okay, cue ball's finished a bit close to the cushion than he would like, but he can play cushion first,
6.
you would have thought, and bring the cue ball up the table.
Don't you think it was like a very amateurish way of playing the blue, John, just dropping it in?
Yeah, but as you say, he was probably frightened of bringing the red away from the pocket. Played that cushion first and played it nicely. But he needs a good shot here because the reds that are available are only available to the left corner. Well, obviously the one below the black will go to the right corner. And that's a good shot. That's an excellent shot.
Yeah, hit that very well.
10.
Could not have timed that any better. Now into the bunch and screw the cue ball
11.
back to the right hand side of the table to leave this red that's in the open to left corner. Okay, he's on it. He's opened a couple of reds, but I think I'd be going into them with a bit more pace, trying to open more reds.
18.
Perfect angle in the black. But he is that kind of player, likes to just pick off reds, you know, one or two at a time.
$19.
He did have a look at the red on the left of the main cluster, whether it would go in the same pocket as the black. Looks as though it will. Okay, didn't play for it that time. Play for the red to the left middle. Would have liked to have been a little
26.
straighter on this, but shouldn't cause a problem. Up for the blue.
27.
And we say, don't we, Stephen, so many times that how an interval can change things, and I bet he was sat in his dressing room seething and thought, come on, get a grip here. You've had chances, you better start taking them. Didn't hit the reds full in the face, that's why he's on nothing.
Yeah, this, we watch this again.
32.
He needs to hit the left-hand side of the bunch as we look, because there's a loose red there that's going to stop the cue ball if he did hit the left-hand side. Right-hand side of the bunch was always going to be no good. He's got a red to the right middle. This is tough. He's got to get it. He's going to be leaving things on should he miss this. Good shot.
33.
Good recovery. Already Anthony's highest break this afternoon. 33.
Couldn't do much with that. The black's not available. So
35.
we're trying to get back up on the blue. Needs to cue this well.
36.
Now under hit it. And just looking at the situation of the reds and the pink and black, it's not the best of chances now. But he's got a 36-point lead to build on. And look where he finished. He
Anthony
finished
McGill,
absolutely
36.
perfect on the red. But you see that a lot, particularly when a player's playing with side. If you hit it too hard, the side pushes the cue ball offline. Had no option there, Ryan, but to play for this difficult black along the top cushion. And he's going to have to play with a little bit of pace to get position on the red, so this is very missable. Yeah, very missable those.
Round A1.
And Anthony McGill, without having to do anything, has got another chance to clinch the frame. It was a tough shot. Had to go for it, of course. Looks to have a nice angle on the black here.
One.
To screw up into that cluster of 5, and if this goes right, should win in the frame. Is he on the one to the middle? If he's not, he's on nothing. But I'm looking at his body language, he's chalking his cue, he's just about on it.
8.
43 points the lead.
Nine.
I'd like to have been better on the green than this. And the reason I say that, he may have to get the rest. Because of that red near the left-hand side cushion, he's got to avoid, he's got to be careful with that. Oh, to be so slim. Yeah, good shot. Red cover red would win him the frame. And he certainly seems to have come out after the mid-session interval with a little bit more purpose. So just this red, and he'll go
20.
56 ahead with just 51 remaining.
21.
Okay, he didn't win it with one good break, but as I say,
28.
there's a bit more purpose about his play now. Just scraped in, and going in will mean there's no return to the table now for Ryan Day in this frame.
$36. 37.
Well, played it left-handed, but it didn't matter.
37 in the frame.
The frame was well and truly won. So Anthony McGill, well, could they be the green shoots of recovery as he comes out of the mid-session opportunity?
One.
And he's played it. Inch perfect. Play for a red to the right corner, just
8.
overrun it. He's got second choice. Red to the left middle, but not what he played for. As we've seen with these middle pockets, you've got to be very accurate, particularly if you're playing it with a bit of pace. Yeah, no problem. Played it well.
9.
Keeps smiling to himself, Anthony. I don't know Well, maybe that's just a way just to keep him relaxed. I mean, you're too young to remember, but Fred Davis,
14.
who did that remarkable achievement in, was it 1978, got to the semi-final, the World Championship at a remarkable age of 64. He used to just laugh all the time. It was his way of, I think, controlling his nerves.
$22.
This red clears another 2 reds to the left
23.
corner. Really should win the frame at this visit. No excuses for not doing so.
30.
This will put a little bit of pressure on Ryan Day. Maybe that's what he needs to start playing better. He needs to have that pressure on. Maybe he feels, you know, Anthony McGill's not
31.
scoring. I will get chances, but if Anthony McGill can win this frame in one visit, that will certainly ask questions.
Yeah, sometimes when your opponent's not doing it, and as Stephen said, not scoring, you feel as well, if I just stand up, I can fall over the
38.
line. But if Anthony gets a sizable contribution here, which you fancy he could do, then the pressure, yeah, certainly will be heaping on Ryan Day. That 3-frame advantage that he had at the start of the session, had at the mid-session interval. Looks very much as though it's only going to be one now.
39.
Okay, he's all right. Don't know whether he plays for the blue, but he's on a bought colour nicely. It's always the way this game, isn't it? If you've got that cue ball travelling
43.
distances, little things can go wrong.
Yeah, he should have been on the blue the previous shot. It was a bad positional shot to end up on a baulk colour. And now he's got to fight to get
44.
perfect position back. It just seems to multiply. You get more and more and more out of position until eventually you miss a pot. Still not got
49.
back into perfect position.
This red just goes to the right corner. Oh, but he's missed it. And it, as you say, Stephen, it just catches
Anthony
up with
McGill,
you
14.
eventually. Because what happens when you keep running out of position, you put so much effort into the pot that you start losing control of the cue ball. And in the end, if you lose positional shots, maybe 3 or 4 pots ago, and it caught up with him in the end. So this is a let-off for Ryan. Sign of weakness, maybe. That red running into the yellow could have caused him a problem, but it's run pretty safe. Well, he's Ryan eyeing up this long pot here. He did, but hit it on completely the wrong side. Just signs that he's feeling it out there now. Not a bad choice when you've got a 41-point lead to put a red out of commission. Well, is there a gap between the yellow and the green? Ryan to get through to this red. That's amazing. There's always a gap. There always seems to be a gap. If it gets past the yellow, it'll be okay, but it didn't. Okay, not left anything, but that yellow now near the green, it's a good target.
That pink going over the right corner is going to make this a very scrappy frame. Could be quite a while before this is resolved now.
Yeah, that's a much better shot, and Ryan Day had that chance to play that shot, and he may regret missing his opportunity to get into that area of yellow and green, and now he's got a big problem. A big problem.
Yeah, and this has resolved the situation, because they could have gone on playing safety shots round the angles and just pushing the reds further and further to this side of the table. Randy is going to do well to get out of this and not leave a pot on.
Yeah, I was looking at baulk cushion, side cushion, but I don't see that being a shot. The blue's in the way.
Could be the old hit and hope shot.
Yeah, you find though with a hit and hope, it's all right if you're coming off one cushion, but if you're coming off two and possibly three, well, he thinks he can miss the blue. Gonna miss the red on the side as well. Well, it's hit the red, but that was the danger. If you hit that red, you leave a pot on. Drops it in, down to be on the pink. It's right in the heart of the pocket. Pop this pink, go 48 points in front, 75 remaining. So 3 more reds required. right back in this match if you can take advantage of this opportunity.
Eight.
A little cannon into the two reds that are touching each other. Well, I don't know what he played there, to be fair.
Well, I'm with you. I don't know why he needed to play it so hard. It was unnecessary. Still looking for a red and a colour. He's got the red
16.
and just about on the pink to the right middle. This is frame ball, but it's not easy.
Anthony McGill. 16.
Well, how costly could that be?
Quietly,
That
please.
was
Well
all he
played.
needed to get within one frame of Ryan Day. Quick glance at the scoreboard. 57 points, the difference. Possible 59 remaining. So he can afford one pink off one of these remaining four reds. The rest will have to be blacks.
One.
Well, you'd have to say, the way Ryan's played the last couple of frames, you wouldn't expect him to clear up from this position and win the frame. But, and there you see why.
Ryan Day, one frame conceded.
Ryan Day concedes. So Anthony McGill does get to within one frame. He only trails 8-7 now.
Anthony McGill to break.
It's been, well, it's been one to forget so far, but it's getting to the, well, the exciting part of the match, you feel. Surely someone's going to produce something to get over the winning line.
Yeah, all these frames they play could have gone either way. Nobody's dominated, nobody's made any big frame-winning clearances, such as Ryan Day did in the first session. And you just get the feeling at the moment that the occasion is getting the better of both players.
Another frame. It seems every single frame the black's tied up again. And it seems to be setting a pattern. Nice clean pot.
One.
Now, what sort of angle has he got in the brown? A huge target. Missed the pink. You don't want to hit the pink. You want to go straight into the meat of the reds. He's really struggling with his form, Anthony McGill. He's done tremendously well. I mean, obviously helped by his opponent. But to get back to 8-7. But he's really struggling with his game. I kind of think, John, someone like Anthony McGill is almost better, you know, coming through the qualifying. If he'd won 3 matches, he might be a lot sharper.
Yeah, well, a few people have been saying that not only do you get sharper, you get a few wins under your belt, and probably gives you a bit of confidence. But he absolutely bashed at that brown, and it never went anywhere near the pocket. trusted the table there and it didn't let him down. Well, that's careless to hit the yellow, full in the face. And he's left a pot on here for Ryan. He needs to start knocking these in. It's usually one of his strong suits, but he's missed quite a few today. And you find that when people are under pressure, players under pressure, just start to hit the ball a little bit too hard.
One.
But fully committed to that one. And that was a good shot. Of course, you wouldn't expect a lot between these two players. Anthony McGill, obviously the seeded player, seeded 14 in the world rankings. If we just get over the 5-hour mark. But Ryan Day, who had to play the 3 qualifiers, he only just missed out by a fraction of being a seeded player because he's world rank number 17. Oh dear.
Ryan Day 1.
It's getting very, very edgy out there, and when you start missing blacks like that when you're in, and you can see how annoyed he is.
One.
It's as if he was like trying to hold for the red, but surely when the black gets respotted, he can't pot that red anyway.
No, it didn't look like it would.
Anthony McGill goes straight into the bunch here. Open for a split. And he's okay. He's got a red to the right middle.
Yeah, you could say he deserves to be on something a
8.
little bit easier than this.
Screw the cue ball down. You can have a choice of pink to lift, middle, or black.
Nine.
Takes a little bit of pressure off this black. He's just got to roll it in. Worst way will be on the red that's near the far right corner. And that will probably be the choice. And it's made easier. He doesn't have to do much
16.
with the cue ball because the yellow's close to the opposite corner.
Seventeen.
When Ryan Day kept that 3-frame advantage when they went to the mid-session interval, 8-5 in front, you thought, well, he's only got to produce somewhere near his best form to get through this. But it has been noticeable, even though he's not scored that heavily, that Anthony, since that mid-session interval, has come out with a bit more purpose in his play. because he wasn't playing that well before the
20.
interval, and you just sort of got the feeling that Ryan Day was happy just to fall over the line, if possible. But the game's never been that easy. Not the best positional shot.
27.
Well, he's landed straightish on this red to the far right corner. There's always a little bit of pressure on these, but you wouldn't fancy him missing it. Right in the heart
28.
of the pocket. This time, under hit it. Previous
35.
shot of the blackie over hit it. Just about
36.
struggled in. Not perfect on this blue by any means. The things that players will do to avoid using the rest. At full stretch here. And that's what caused him to miss it. I see it so many times.
Anthony McGill, 36.
It wasn't that difficult a pot, but he was at full stretch. You only got to dab a little bit of unwanted side on it.
As you say, it seemed to want to do anything but use the rest, which is surprising. It wasn't a difficult shot, but he never seemed to build up a rhythm in that break. Never seemed to get the cue ball. You know, we keep going on about how important it is to get that cue ball on a string.
1.
I think plain and simple, Anthony's not playing well, John, and we've all been there. It's a struggle.
Yeah, that is the bottom line. And as you say, considering he's not played that well, to only be one frame behind and still in this match is remarkable, really. But that is mainly due to his opponent not taking advantage of his opportunities. And there's another example. Big target, those 4 reds.
8.
To glance off them like that is not good.
Ryan Day, 8.
Well, he thought he could play it as a half shot to nothing, and he's certainly not left anything easy. Well, there may have been a red just below the pink that would have gone to the right middle. It won't now. But this one will go to the far right corner. And no pressure on it, really. Only red he could leave is the one he's playing. And it's right in the heart of the pocket. But lost the cue ball again.
That's what happens when you're not playing well. You put so much effort into just potting the ball, you lose the positional side of the shot. When you're playing well, everything's automatic. He's on nothing. He is on nothing.
8.
A little bit unlucky, really. Okay, possibly a double. I don't think it's too risky to take that one, I think.
Well, professionals don't like playing doubles because if they don't go in, you don't know which jaw of the middle pocket they're going to hit, and the red could quite easily come back down towards the cue ball. He's got an easy safety. He's reduced his arrears to just 20 points. But he's played the double. And he's got it. He's got it. Took a chance there. He wasn't a shot for nothing.
Yeah, that was almost like I'm fed up with this.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go for it. Fed up with this mucking about. I want to win this match. I'm going to be aggressive.
Yeah, as I say, he'd have left the red to the middle pocket.
16.
He's played for this. Didn't look as though all the pocket was available here, but he must think it is. No, it didn't look to me. I mean, he played for that red, and I don't know
Round
why
day,
he didn't go
16.
up the table and play for the red to the right of the pink. You can smile. It is getting laughable.
Very strange shot choice, isn't it? He was the angle he had in the black. He could have easily played for a red to the right corner, stun the cue ball at the table. Yes.
Easy snooker to lay here. Just push the red past the pink and nestle the cue ball up to the pink. Does it pass the green, this red? He must think there's a chance. There's not all the pocket, but there's a bit of it sticking out. We'll know before he does. It's there.
1.
Good shot. This blue will put him 18 points in front. He cannot win it with just the 2 open reds. He's going to need that awkward one that's tight to the cushion near the right middle. So this frame
6.
is not over yet by a long chalk.
Seven.
Looking for the angle on this red, in potting it, you'd be trying to nudge the red away
9.
from the cushion near the middle pocket. Now if you can get this right, you'll be on the blue, and the awkward red will be available. Played it well, played it very well. The blue and the red is just developed to level the match.
Yeah, all credit to Anthony McGill.
15.
He's not playing well, but he's keeping his focus on what's important, just trying to win this match. Try and get to 10. That's all you can think about when you're playing
16.
poorly. Just concentrate on the end game. Get the result. You're in the next round, you can play better in that match.
There you see the difference, 33 ahead, 27 remaining.
21.
Went nicely on the yellow. And you would think,
23.
well, now that he's nicely on the green, playing these left-handed,
26.
definitely going to be all square now at 8-all. And Ryan Day has let a big advantage slip away here. And as I say, just signs, and that was cued beautifully.
30.
Just signs that Anthony McGill is finding a bit of form. Well, I say that, he misses a blue, but it doesn't matter.
McGill, 30.
Not a concession from Ryan Day. So Anthony McGill, without producing his best, has now levelled. He was 8 off,
Thank you. Settle down,
but
please.
Ryan Day has got to find a bit of form. Anthony
17th
McGill
frame.
just signs
Ryan
he's
Day.
showing a bit now to get to 8 all, but well, it started off best of 19. Now it's the equivalent of a best of 3.
I was just watching Anthony there while Ryan was breaking off. He was talking to himself, geeing himself up. This has been a monumental effort to get to 8 each. You know, I remind everybody, his last 50 break was in frame 7. His highest break of the match is only 75. But somehow, he's still in this match at 8 each.
Yeah, and conversely, Ryan Day has had breaks of 141, 145, highest of the championship so far. But he's a long way off that form so far this afternoon.
He's gone at the moment, Ryan Day. That's what we say. The term that players give when you see other players playing like this. It's the G word, John. I don't like to say it, but
Yeah, and it can happen so quickly. As I say, when he went into the mid-session interval still leading 8-5, it looked like he was still well in control of this match. But he's not in control of it now.
okay, he's playing a shot. It's not a gimme. He's playing a shot to try and screw the cue ball off the pack for the black, but look at body language. And Anthony McGill is the one that's shown positive body language at the moment. And he's got no form to back it up, but what he has got
8.
at the moment is the belief that he can still win this match. The will to win.
$15. $16.
Looks to have just upped his pace a little bit.
23.
That can come from feeling more positive, more confident.
$24.
Couple of loose reds to go at, but if you're going to make a sizable contribution to this visit, he needs to play a cannon on that main cluster. May elect to go up for the blue now to try and leave an angle
31.
to do that. Well, no, he's coming back for the black.
32.
He's still talking to himself. He's really geeing himself up. He won't be happy with that one though. He's finished a foot short,
39.
the cue ball. That was well controlled.
Yes, and he's held the cue ball short of the baulk line, so it gives him a choice. Well, no real choice. I think
Ramble.
Brown's the one who'll play. Now, can he get into these reds? Has he got the angle? He did. He's got into him, and it's worked out absolutely perfectly.
44.
You can just see, John, even the expression in his face is completely different from when he came out at 6-3 down.
45.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, he came out at the start of the session, 6-3 down, and then didn't make any inroads into that deficit. Went into the mid-session into 8-5 down. But he certainly, as you say, upped his tempo since the mid-session interval. And Ryan Day,
52.
his poor form has just continued. Maybe now he's facing defeat. Maybe he'll just up his pace a bit.
Wouldn't that be typical? Wouldn't that be typical?
It would be
for that to
typical,
happen?
wouldn't it? In the meantime, Anthony has still got a few balls to pot to clinch this frame. 52 points the lead, looking for at least 3 more reds.
As I said before, this is his highest break since frame 7. What a time
53.
to start. We're to put in a 1 visit win in a frame. Again, it's not the best positional shot. He's finished straight on this black. That's not good. Needs to really hit this well. I think the 2 reds at the top and left of the bunch of 6 both go to the left corner, but he really has to strike this well with a touch of left-hand side. There he sees where he wants to put the cue ball. Good cueing required here. Didn't get the side. Cued it well, but didn't get the left-hand side.
60.
End of break. 60 points the lead, but still a possible 83 remaining. Missed a golden opportunity there. And there you go. That's the view from right back in the arena. No matter where you sit in the Crucible, you've got a tremendous view of the table, and the action and the atmosphere is just electric. And there you go, and the people on the other side who are watching the other match have all stayed to see this one played out to a finish.
Anthony McGill, 60.
Yeah, it's quite a clever safety to put the cue ball in the jaws of the pocket. Makes it tricky cueing. Wow.
1.
He just flicked the red next to the one that he potted, and that stopped him being perfect on the black. What a shot to take on, though.
Yeah, well, as we said, you know, that he might feel now's the time to try and raise his game. But if he takes this pink to the middle, this is tricky. No, that was tricky. And surely
Ryan Day, 1.
that's going to cost him this frame. And Ryan Day, who led 6-3, 8-5, is now surely going 9-8 behind.
Yeah, he tried to make something happen there, Ryan Day.
1.
Very tricky shot. Looks quite easy on the screens, but that's very tricky.
This black and just one more red needed. And he's right on the red. There you see it, 67 ahead at the moment, 67 remaining. This to go 68 ahead with just 59 left. What a
9.
comeback. I very much doubt that Ryan Day will
16.
try for the snookers. In the old days, I think a player like Eddie Charlton or Ray Reardon would have done. Just 4 snookers needed, but not in the modern game. It doesn't seem to happen. Just looking to see.
60 on the
Yes,
frame.
and a
Anthony
nod of the head from Ryan Day, so he's let the big lead slip, and now he's on the brink of defeat, because Anthony McGill is just one frame away now from a place in the second round. He leads 9-8.
The 18th frame. Go back. Go back, please. No, I don't know what it was. Anthony McGill to break.
Yeah, he was 6-3 ahead, and he was also 8-5 ahead, which is an even better lead. Taking this on. No. Well, not only is he missed the red by a mile, he's just stuck Anthony McGill up with this red.
One.
Well, just look at that. Pot success since the mid-session interval. Ryan Day, 48%. That doesn't win anything at this level.
Oh, Anthony McGill, what an angle you had in the black to go into the bunch there. Yeah, and playing for one of the loose reds, not even played a good shot there. You want to win the match at this visit, you have to go into the bunch. Perfect angle in the black.
Anthony McGill.
Well, possibly a bad
8.
contact there, just from Anthony McGill's reaction. But I think he missed a trick.
Well, he's playing this to the far right corner. It's close, but not there. Just pushing that red down to the top cushion. He's in a position now, Ryan, where he can't afford to leave his opponent any more opportunities, because he'll be out. And we're all saying what a great season he's had, his best season ever, winning 3 events. But this would really hurt if he was to lose this match, having looked to be in total control.
Another possible ray of hope for Ryan Day is he knows his opponent hasn't won many frames in one visit. So chances are he won't do it in this frame either, when it's certainly for the frame to win the match. So he might still have chances in this match, Ryan Day.
Yeah, but as that stat shown us, and it's quite remarkable, and you don't notice it, you're just looking on, commentating on what's happening on the table, but since the mid-session interval, when he was 8-5 in front, to only have a 45% pot success. That is amazing. No wonder he's lost the last 4 frames. Left a pot on here. Don't think he can hold for the black. If he's going to play it, he's going to have to possibly go back up for the blue. It's there though. And he's going to finish nicely on the blue.
1.
Did sound a bit heavy, the contact, but it didn't knock the red offline. As I say, perfect on the blue.
Thanks.
Another contact that sounded a little bit heavy.
6.
Hmm.
7.
Not sure I agree with that shot. He could have played the other red,
Blue ball.
got in the blue, and gone straight on the red to get nicer on the black. That was a... Okay, it was a poor shot to try and get on the black, but as I said... Or has he flicked to blue?
Well,
Anthony McGill, 7.
It doesn't look like he's going to win it in one visit.
no. And he got down and played that blue so quickly. And was nowhere near it. And if this red doesn't go, he's been very fortunate. Oh, well, it did go. So can Ryan Day
1.
step up a gear? He surely can't play as poorly as he has done in the last 4 frames.
Red to the middle. And just cannon
6.
the red that's to the left of it, leave the pink to the opposite middle.
Seven.
The pink, well, the pink goes on its spot, and that doesn't help Ryan
13.
much, to be honest with you. He'd like to go back up for the blue, but with that pink being separated from the main bunch of reds, it's not the easiest pack to split open.
No, funny enough, the easiest colour to get into the pack is yellow, a half ball yellow, or a half ball brown off one cushion.
14.
There's a bit of distance between the pink and the bunch. He needs to hit this pink absolutely full in the face. He hasn't done, but I think he's got a pot on.
90.
Those 2 or 3 easy pots he had, maybe he's just getting
20.
a little bit of focus back. Big shot. This could be the frame if this goes well. Brown off the side cushion into the bunch. And as he played it well. That's okay.
Yeah, he'd look for something easier. obviously, but
24.
he's got the red to the right middle, doesn't have to do much to get position on the black. And if he can cope with this, frame at his mercy. Oh, and as he missed the pink in the last frame, he's missed the red in the same
Friday.
pocket.
24.
Same knuckle of the pocket as well, near knuckle. Maybe we were getting the right angle, but I thought he just needs to follow through that, John, for the black. Just drop the red in.
Yeah, I've got to be honest with you, I'm surprised he stunned it, because when you play a stun shot and a little bit more pace, you've got to be more accurate. So here's a chance for Anthony McGill. He comes to the table just 9 points behind. But
One.
nothing at the moment is coming easy to either of these players. Played for the blue in the left middle, overscrewed by a good foot and a half.
Well, he's looking at the yellow because it's the easier pot, but it looks to me like brown is the right ball for position. Stun off 2 cushions for a red to the left corner. This, although it's the easier pot, this needs to be struck very well to avoid the blue. That was a problem. There was a bad angle on the yellow.
Three.
Well, there is a red that goes to the left middle, but I don't see where the colour comes from. So, dangerous pot and no guaranteed reward, even if you get it. So it looks like it's going to be a safety. So another chance, spurned.
Anthony
Go
McGill.
back to
3.
that red that Ryan Day missed. When players are under pressure, they like to. Some players like to play stuns. Some players like to play drop. What were you, John? Did you feel it was easier to stun under pressure?
Well, if it was straightish, but I think when you're playing the drop one in the middle, I think I'd have been rolling that one. Just crept on enough for the brown to cover the red, just to the right of the blue. And it's now all about who the fraction's going to favour. Didn't want to risk trying to get back to the balk end. He thought if you don't catch it right, he could leave that red to the right of the blue. Just 6 points in it. Ryan Day with the lead.
He just can't play a shot right, Ryan Day. He's at the moment, well, for the past 4 frames, he's followed one bad shot with another. Can he play for the black here? Anthony McGill looks a natural.
One.
Another chance to win the match. Little cannon, push the red towards the right corner. Oh, he's played the drop in the black shot. He's playing all the easy shots, which I suppose is the right way to go, make it simple.
8.
2 points to lead now.
Nine.
Left himself a nice angle on the black. And he could pot the black now, bring the 4 reds into play, and have frame and match at his mercy. And that's the situation. Just a case now of holding yourself together.
16.
10 points to lead.
Yeah. 17.
If Anthony does go in to win the match here, I think you'll probably regard this as John as one of his best ever victories, the way he's won this match.
Yeah, and Ryan Day will consider this probably one of his worst ever defeats. And there were certainly times in this match, and we've seen it with other players, that when you're playing poorly, it's easy for your head to drop. And fair play to Anthony, particularly after the mid-session interval. He came out and he had a more purpose about him. He thought, I'm not going to go out without a fight.
And that's exactly what
24.
I mean. He's not played well, but he's found something from somewhere. Not with the line yet. He's going to play a little shot with some right-hand side here. And he's not played it. He's been very tentative. That was pressure.
Absolute, nothing else. It looks simple, but he had to
31.
play with a tracer right-hand side, and if you just hit it a little bit too hard, it can throw the side off. So he concentrated on so much on potting the black, lost position. Will he get a better chance
McGill,
than that to
31.
clinch the match?
What a shot. Excellent safety shot. Okay, he's not got a snooker, but compared to what he's been playing previously, that was an excellent shot. Kept him in this match for the time being.
Well, he took a little bit of a risk there, but he knows the way that Ryan has been playing in this, well, the last 4 frames since the mid-session interval, so he's leaving him a tempter here, and it's in one of these, well, is he playing it in the middle or the far corner? Well, he was bound to be on the pink if it went in. This is a typical crucible nail biter. Who's going to push the bolt out? Looks like it's going to be Anthony McGill. 25 points the lead. 2 reds, 2 colours would do it. Just fraction away.
He knew that was game ball. Look at where he is with the cue ball. Pot the blue, come down for the red below the pink. You say 2 reds, 2 colours. He knew that was match ball.
Needs the cover desperately, and I don't think he's got it. Shake of the head from Ryan Day as he goes back, sitting in his chair. Could that be his last shot in this year's Betfred World Snooker Championship?
1.
Could have played that better.
This pink. This green, sorry. Is anything but easy when there's this pressure on.
Anthony McGill 1.
Well, would you believe it? These things only happen at the Crucible. I've said it before. And it goes.
pink to right middle. Screw the cue ball off the left-hand side cushion for the red. He's missed a few into this right middle pocket. And struggled in.
Yeah, not that one. And he's got a nice angle on this red, but believe me, after what's gone on before, take nothing for granted. He won't.
Ryan Day, 7.
Look at where he's put the yellow.
Okay, quiet, please.
I shouldn't have played it that hard, I've got to be honest with you. I mean, I know he wants to be easy on the next ball, but he didn't really give that red much of a chance of going in at that space.
No, he could have dropped the red in. A straight brown to the left middle. Would have made the pot on the red 100 times easier.
But he was looking for the easiest shot on the next ball. But with the pressure that's out there, you can always be wiser when we just sat up here in the commentary box. This needs to run. Needs to run. Oh, it's dropped in. The middle pocket that has caused him possibly to lose the last 2 frames has come to his rescue there. And gives him the advantage in this tactical battle. Just look at this. If it stops short, it's left over the middle. It dropped in. 18 points the difference. No matter which way, unless he misses it a couple of times, Ryan Day's going to need the 6 remaining colours, which includes that tricky black along the top cushion. First priority though, try and hit the yellow and get it safe.
Well, this is, when you're playing a long rest, it's very easy to flick a bit aside on the cue ball here, unintentional side.
Yeah, he just had a long look at the scoreboard, did Anthony. He realises that he needs to hit this. And this is a good hit. But he's left it. This will cut. It's a thin one, but it will cut.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to go in and out of bulk here. I don't know if he can hold this dead weight for the green. Well, he could. That's a lovely shot. That's a very good shot.
2.
How'd you like that black, John, the way you've been playing?
Absolutely.
Make it 9-9.
But that's what you've got to do now. You just got to put the black out of your mind and concentrate on the balls in front of you.
This brown is tough when you're low in confidence.
Pressure now on every shot for Ryan Day. Good clean pot, but I don't think he's going to be very good on the blue unless it runs. Needs to run a bit more. Just slightly tweaks in between. Good shot.
14.
And now he doesn't want to be straight on the pink, because if he is, he can't get close to the black. He's got just the slightest of angles. trying to pinch a bit more to get good position
Day
or
14.
closer to the black. He's missed the pink.
I don't think Anthony McGill should overthink this. Just get the pink safe.
Well, I'd like to add that cue ball tight to the baulk cushion here. It's not, doesn't look too difficult a safety shot. Could be in, could be in. Ooh, but now it's gone in. Boy, has Ryan Day got one of the toughest
6.
safety shots you can
Quiet,
have on a
please.
snooker table.
Yeah, he didn't want that in. He might play the double kiss here. What a shot. What a shot. by
Ryan
Ryan
Day,
Day.
6.
The best shot he's played today by a mile.
Yeah, so nice to see it was appreciated by Anthony McGill. He'll be sending this black round the angles. Needs to get it in the middle of the top cushion, and this looks a good line and a very good length. So Ryan Day has coped with this situation once. Can he do it again? This time up
No, he
and
hasn't.
down. Up and down. Played it to come on and off the top cushion, but he got so close to the pocket, it rattled in the jaws, and Anthony McGill has got this black now for one of the best and hard fought victories of his career, and a place in the second round. It's there. Well, unbelievable. Ryan Day smiles. He's got not much to smile about, but Anthony McGill looks up to his friends and family as Ryan Day, head bowed, walks out of the arena, and Anthony McGill still looks